Hey guys, Greg Harding here. Thanks for tuning in. And yeah, it's been a fairly okay week. The weather's been horrendous, so I don't know how it's been where you are, but I've had to be pushing back jobs because where there's outside shoots that are available, you just can't get to them. So yeah, clients have been in contact. Unfortunately, yeah, we've got to push them back. So yeah, it kind of puts a bit of a delay. So I kind of expect there to be a bit of a tight squeeze somewhere in the next couple of weeks, where I'm going to be running around, and when the weather's better, I'm going to be looking for where my time's got to be. So, but for now, I've got time to sort of chase clients and to start lining stuff up and to work on the website. So, and that's something I really need to do. But anyway, so yeah, just everything's going pretty okay. It's a little bit low at the moment, work-wise, because I think we've got Easter, and people go away on holidays and stuff like that. Shame on them. And personally, I've spent more time with my kids this time because there hasn't been that much work on. So that's always a plus point. Getting more family time is always a bit of a bonus, isn't it? So, but I went to a meeting with the BIPP, the British Institute of Professional Photographers. You may well have heard of them, but they're an organisation set up to promote and to support professional photographers in their businesses. There's other organisations like that are available. And it was nice actually, because we got a chance to sort of meet up with about 20 or 30 people in the same room, just talk through some of the issues, and I think that's kind of, as a professional photographer working on his own, you don't get enough chance to do that. So whenever there's sort of regional meetings, that's always, I always look to try and get along to those, so I can actually sort of catch up with a few friends and talk to them about any of the work that I've done. They can give me some feedback on the work that I've produced, how I can improve it, etc. I'm always looking to improve, so there's no reason, if I'm working on my own, the only way I can improve is to find somebody that I value their judgment, I value them as good photographers with a keen eye and that knowing that they've got quality work themselves is always a massive bonus. So getting them to look at my work is super important, and actually just talking to them about their day-to-day problems. And it got me thinking. One of the discussions that was actually happening on that day was that the place for an organisation, because these days, you can jump on the internet, you can go on YouTube, you can join in, with all sorts of like Creative Live. They do tutorials and things like that. So, I think the organisations like the BIPP, like the AOP, like the societies, they've all got their place. But we were trying to work out kind of what that organisation or institute should do for their members. If you are in a member organisation, you pay money up front. So what are your benefits for working with that organisation, and why don't you just organise your own? But I think one of the main benefits for me is that I get to talk to that many people, that many photographers in all different sectors. And occasionally they have sort of monthly meetings or sort of quarterly meetings. I think the BIPP this year, at Northwest at least, are doing bi-monthly meetings, so I should go along to that. I think the next one's actually in May, May the 15th. I think I will put something here to let you know, and if you fancy coming along, just let me know. I can take you along as a guest. You'd be more than welcome. So come and find out what it's all about. Come and meet a load of great photographers and just see what information you can get out of them, because that's the fun. But yeah, going back to the recent discussions we were having about the BIPP's role within its membership, and it is one of support. They the feelings that came from photographers is that the BIPP, the organisation that you're in, should be promoting professionalism. They should be promoting quality. They should be promoting its members to say, like, look, if you're going to use a photographer and you want your project photographed properly, use this section. Use our members, because they are qualified. They give out qualifications. To members once they go through qualification. I've done my licenseship, but there's an associateship above that, and there's a fellowship above that. So I don't know whether I'll go for those, but it's I am thinking about going along to the next step, but we'll see. But yeah, it's just I don't think there's enough support out there for people that want to learn more, especially within organisations. I know they run meetings where they will talk about, say, portraiture, and they'll show lighting tips that are around that. And that's one of the things that I found was important for me joining an association, was getting that ability to get into some free training, or to talk to somebody and go, that photo you did there, how did you like that? That was amazing. Let's have a discussion about how you did it, and maybe I can come along and work with you. I mean, that's that's fab that you've got that ability just to sort of talk to them and just pry information out. And a lot of the people that you talk to at the BIPP, they're more than happy to share, and talk to you about their work. So it's really important to get that connection, and to know that you're not on your own. Being a solopreneur here in business is very isolating. That was another reason why I wanted to join a membership at the BIPP, was because they had local meetings, and because you could meet up, you don't feel quite so isolated, and that really helps in if you've got any issues, you can talk to people. They've got a support network down at the headquarters. They used to have, I don't know whether they have anymore, but they used to have legal cover. So if you were getting problems getting paid by a client, or one of your clients had problems with your images, you could ask for support from the headquarters, and they would sort of write a letter, or get one of their solicitors to write a letter on your behalf. I don't know whether that happens at the moment. Maybe that's something I ought to look at in terms of what benefits the membership offers. I know they provide various discounts at various stores, professional photographic stores that you can go to. That's not something I've taken them up on at the moment. But mainly for me, I joined the BIPP because they catered, or at least they appeared to cater very well for the commercial photographer. And as that's a sector I'm very, very interested in, I wanted to learn as much as I could from the photographers that were there about commercial work and about improving my techniques. There, very soon after I joined, 2 or 3 years ago I think it was now, they ran something called Infot, and that was based in Derby. It was a 2-day event where they just basically had seminars and practicals that you could go along to, where people were lighting stuff, people were using cameras, people were doing portraiture, people were photographing buildings, that sort of work, and you got to see it firsthand. and I don't know anywhere else that does that. And that was so good. I hope they run that again. Otherwise, you're kind of you're just kind of looking on YouTube or in that Creative Live or Carl Taylor. You've probably heard of all of these kind of online forums and online training things that you can listen into and watch, and they kind of teach you how to do it, but they don't show you real world stuff. It's kind of stuff either based in a studio, or it's kind of mocked up and they've got all glamorous models and stuff like that. Whereas, the photographers that I talk to are real, it's live, and it's really important to them because they're in business too, so they want to make the best out of what they've got. So I mean, for me, a membership is very important. I don't know how you guys get on. Are you interested in getting involved in membership? Into an association or an institute. What benefits do you see in it? Do you see any? Are you happy enough, flying solo? When I was a medical illustrator, I was a member of the Institute of Medical Illustrators, and they provided training. They provided a sort of a support network, and you could talk to loads of people in that field, and I found that valuable. And being active within that institute means that you get known and you get asked to do talks and things like that, which I did for the IMI. And so I guess that will happen at the BIPP. It's just I'm a fairly new member, so I want to see how the land lies, as it were, and then see what else is going on. There's so many other great photographers that are in the commercial sector. I want to listen to them before I start opening my mouth, so because I want a whole lot of learning coming my way before I start dishing out. So, but I think that's what's going through my head at the moment. Just kind of thinking about what I might be doing membership wise. There's loads of other memberships available. As I've said, the societies, they do all sorts of like wedding and architecture and landscapes and wildlife. So they're available. They're not that particular association feels more like it's geared up towards amateurs. I don't know. I may well be wrong. I'm sure there's probably a lot of professional photographers in there. But I don't get the same feeling from that association that I do from the British Institute of Professional Photographers. They've been around a long time. They're known for quality and their high standards. And the AOP is the same. They're very similar in my mind in terms of standards. The RPS, the Royal Photographic Society, they're supposed to be a standard above that, but I've not seen much evidence of that. Maybe because I haven't spoken to them much, but again, what are your thoughts about that? I'd love to know. So I will leave you there. It's been great catching up. I'm gonna get on with some emails and website updates. I hope you've had a great week. I know I didn't post anything last week because it was Easter. And so hopefully we're back on track now. So have a great week, and I'll see you soon. Take care.